tried to include everything that they asked us to require, but I want to talk about what I thought I had to experience things. Okay, teaching Taiwan. Why did I come here? Well, studies show that in the States, teachers burn out pretty early, between 3 to 5 years. You know, we are overworked, underpaid, not appreciated, quite demanding. I might jump back and forth, so just be patient, work with me. So the thing was, I do jump back and forth, whatever. So back in my last school year, I was at a charter school, and there is this big thing about charter schools are worse than public, however you want to put it. It depends on where you are. Now, the school I was at, I did like where I worked. However, I did not like everything I had to do. I had to do home visits. I had lunch duty. I remember when I was in school growing up, we had lunch aides watching us for recess and lunch. I had to watch my kids for lunch and their recess. They don't even have recess anymore in the States. Well, in my school, they don't have recess. I had to fix it, force it into the schedule. What else? I had Saturday school. That was voluntary, but it still was, depending on the situation, depending on the requirement. So yeah, home visits, Saturday school, lunch duty, clubs, tutoring, and all of that was in my contract. That was not something that I decided on my own. So, you know, I was working one day, I thought about getting off the emails from the education department from the state, and I scrolled past all the nonsense I don't care to read about the superintendent, whatever else, and I seen the teaching in Taiwan opportunity. So I was like, okay, let me just read it. And I emailed the guy that's in charge in Ohio, I think his name is Dwight, and we talked for a little split second. And I did an interview with Billy and I don't remember who else was on the phone. You know, they kept it so secret, you can't see them, but they see us. So that went well. I got accepted like a few days later, and then I almost actually started not to come here because I was so worried about finances. I was like, I still have a car, still have an apartment, I'm worried about my student loans. I'm like, I can't afford this. I can't just up and leave and uproot my whole life, my whole livelihood. Like, you know, like I said, on top of everything that I had to do with my job, I still tried to make sure I had a social life. You know, I have a lot of family and friends. A lot of my friends have kids, and I try to make sure I have a good rapport with them. And I might just watch them from time to time. I like spending time with my nieces and nephews. So I was thinking about all that, but you know what? I need a break over this place. I need to give up teaching. And that's the thing that it came down to. Like, I don't know what else I would do. I know what I wanted to go to school for my senior year of high school. Like, I can't see myself just changing and doing anything else. So I was like, you know what? I want to see how they do things here, and maybe I'll try to implement it when I go back to my own classroom back in the States. So that's why I'm here. So here we go. This is a picture of my classroom, and that's me on the beach. This little scenery thing. This was Halloween at one of our schools. Oh, sorry, backtrack. Okay, I worked at a English village called ETRC, and I've heard a lot of naysayers say things about like, oh, they don't do anything, or last year they just sat that's all day. Well, coming into it, that's not the case, or how it was for me. We're not officially set up yet, but I think Angel's working on something so that we have more visitors come to the school and we'll teach. But what we do is we visit schools throughout the county throughout the week. So on Mondays, I go to 2 schools in Dahu, a junior high and an elementary school. And then one of the schools actually had closed for construction or something, so they combined 2 of the schools, and we had 3rd and 4th grade together. And on Tuesdays, I go to Holong, and I'm there from in the morning until noon. And then we also had 2 grade tests, the standardized tests they take in the semester, and radio broadcasting. And we actually did have a few kids come through, a few classes that came to ETRC. So this was at our school in Dahu. They were having like a big thing for Halloween, and we participated by throwing a little skit by letting them see what it's like the best we could in America of how kids trick or treat in the States. So one of my coworkers let me borrow their scrubs. I was a nurse, and Sarah, like interesting as she is, she was a domino. I don't think they caught on to it, but it was still funny. And Ben was a monster, so I was a parent opening the door and to the trick-or-treaters, so I'll show you if it plays. A snippet of that, which it might not. Okay, so it won't. But anyway, I just opened the door, I said, oh, trick-or-treaters, and they came in, they tried to take the candy, and we just showed them how that went. And then we passed out buy candy after they sang trick-or-treat songs. I had another video about totally showing into some technical issues. This was another video I showed them for Christmas, how to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas. But I found a really nice website that had lesson plans for ESL students. So it's not the original, it's just lyrics a little bit. So they actually liked it. I went through, the way I taught it was, I go through the vocab first, I ask them what is this in Chinese, and I tell them in English, and then it's like drill and kill. So I had them repeat it 3 or 4 times, and I would review back and forth, like what is this again, what's this word, and then I ran the lyrics myself and taught them as I went through each one. So I have pictures. Let me ask the next one. Yeah, okay, so right here, which some of you can see, I have a picture of Santa, Rudolph, sleigh, and presents. Those were some of the words in the song. And I have them in Chinese and in English, just so when I ask them what it is, just to get them familiar with it. And then I'll tell them what it is in English. And then I ran through the song, and then we sing it together a few times, and that was it for that one. And I had another video. I do this thing with each grade I came across. I had 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. I taught every grade spelling and motion. So I always tell them, like, this is something I was doing in the States with my kids, and the way that works is, my kids back in the States would get a list of 20-something spelling words. Obviously, they're not going to do that here. But whatever I was going over, so I would just do it, like, over the weather. So we went over the words, or what today's weather was, and then all you do is just your right hand to your left knee and vice versa. So you say the word, you spell it, say it. Okay, rainy, say it, spell it, say it, sorry. Rainy, R-A-I-N-Y, rainy. So it's repetitive, some people might not like it, but it works because it's in their mind, it's constant. So, and even 5th grade, the 2nd grade I had, and when I came back to them last week, I remember, like, okay, you all remember doing this? And I came here, you know, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, well, I should have to go through this again. So, I like doing that because it gets them up and moving. And I know I'm not the most creative teacher, so I'm like, okay, anything I can figure out something just to tweak it and still stick to my style of how I teach. So, okay. As far as lessons go, these are just different pictures of stuff that we're working on. You can't see them as clear. I'll explain them in a sec. I know we need to touch base on some of the textbooks that the schools use, and at ECRC we actually have a copy of each book that all the schools use so that we can look through it. And I guess I'll admit I was a little spoiled. You know, I said earlier that my job was very demanding back at home, but I also used to having a set curriculum, and the school I was at is called Journeys. And I swear by it, I just think it's the educational Bible to me. Like, it has everything that you need from the phonics, writing, spelling, the anchor text, what questions to ask them throughout the anchor text. Everything that you need is right there in that book. So to come to ETRC with 2 other foreign teachers that have been there for a little while, you know, and one of them is super creative, you know, he can draw, he can just wing it if he needed to. He doesn't have to, but, you know, if something last minute came up, he was fine. Me, not so much. Like, I'm just used to having something right there, and I tweak it to my own way. And I was spazzing out and, like, kind of like acting like a little brat, maybe, here and there. It's just like, I don't know what to do. I'm not used to this. Like, I'm used to having everything laid out for me. Like, I can't just pull something out of thin air and just start teaching it. That's not my way. That's just not what I know. So I'm grateful that I came into this position because, like, it forced me to tap into my creative side. So all this that you see here was not something that I was used to. So I was starting off following the book, but after a while I stopped. I would review it when I did my warm-up and bell work, but after a while I just started coming with my own thing. So I used that ESL website a lot, and then I would see some things and I'll constantly get feedback like, that might be too hard, that might be too hard. And that's another negative thing I get frustrated with, to hear that the kids here are so low. Like, it kind of ticks me off. I'm like, that may be true, but I'm like, I just don't like hearing that. I don't know, maybe that's just me being naive and still fresh in this game. But, so, the thing was, I mean, I'm serious, but, like, you know, in the States, they always say, like, how the kids are so low. I'm like, who's that for? Okay, so one of my lessons here was on the seasons. So what I talked about the seasons was, we went over the 4 seasons, right? So I showed them pictures, and I was like, what is this? I had the Chinese characters, and then they had to draw. So a lot of kids here are really creative, really artsy, so I'm like, okay, how can I cater to their needs and what they like to do? So they had to draw the 4 seasons, but the way I did it was, I would draw something on the board, and I would ask them, some more pictures. On some Saturdays when we had to work, we went to other schools and I just taught some of the same lessons. I might have just tweaked them a little bit. And I came up with a few games here and there. One was called Smack a Word. So it was their words in their book, and then some words that we had from my lessons. So I borrowed somebody's fly swatters, and I would say the word, and the first team, or first player from the opposing team to smack me got a point for the team. We played that. A lot of the perks at being, from being at the ETRC are getting to do different things like this one up here in the corner. We went to visit Nahu Junior High, and we were supposed to be helping students figure out how to teach certain lessons in English when they had international students come visit. So we actually got to, make cookies from scratch in the class. So that was kind of fun. And,
those are cookies?
Yes.
Really?
You roll off the dough, and then they cut it up, and they got the black sesame seeds in it, and they fry it.
Oh.
They put it in bowls and they fry it. And then here for Christmas, I took it back to the old school way. I only remember making the Christmas chains out of the construction paper, so that's what I did with them down here. And then the highs and lows for living in Teaching Taiwan. I was really grateful to get stuff like this. Some of my kids are home drawing pictures all the time. It was just really nice. Like, I actually like getting up and going to work. Not my commute, but I like getting up, going to work, and just knowing that they'll be like, hello, Teacher Amber, just happy to see you, you know. Back at home, I had to be really tough, like, to my students, like, you sit down, I'll sit you down, which one do you want? But here, you know, I look at them, and they're like, sorry, teacher. You know, so, and then the steps, I took a picture of this because this reminds me of, like, there's never a downtime. Like, there's never a dull moment. Like, there's always a moment for learning. Like, even if you're in line, just standing for the bathroom break, you could have flashcards. And it just kind of took me back to that. Like, okay, I need to be more consistent with that, too. So, okay, the lows of the Taiwan paper. Obviously, I feel very good in here. Yes. So, now, they do have the same things. Now, I'm not trying to be negative, okay? They do have some of the same things that we have in the States. However, a lot of the products have whitening cream in them. So, I was like, well, where does that leave me? I had to.
Diana, your hair is so pretty.
Different textures. First of all, kinky coily up under this. Okay, so I had to order stuff from Sally's. Sally's doesn't ship international, so I had to ship it to my cousin's house. She boxed everything up and she shipped everything here. These are ethnic products mats.
Yes.
For people with kinky, coily, curly hair. Okay, so I'm going to dip it we're going to show it all the time. Okay. Another thing.
Where's the mane and tail? I don't see
I don't use mane and tail. My stuff costs more than mane and tail. Okay, so I actually this story is funny. I know I've got that much time. I went to a salon here. The things I get myself into. Obviously, I was speaking Chinese. She didn't speak any English, so I went to my supervisor, Vanessa, and I had her write a post. I'm like, you just write what I want. Like, want my hair washed, conditioned, inch trimmed, not cut. That's it. So she was scared to do that first, but the picture on my left was the first time she did it. The first time she did it. As soon as I walked outside, back in the afro.
What?
It was funny because she didn't know what she was doing. You know, I tried to walk her through it. You know, so she washed my hair and it was super curly, and she just tried to comb it, and the comb got caught. And I'm like, you can't do that. So the second time I brought some of my own products, and then, you know, I kind of walked her through it. Like, I took her flat irons and I turned them up, and I told her, like, you can't. I told her what she can and can't do, and I explained to her why she can't do it, or had somebody translate. So that's the second time. That time lasted 2 days. So there's that.
Yeah.
And this was I was just happy to get some mail. You know, I'm out here by myself. My family has not came to see me yet. Maybe somebody will. I'm not sure. But it's just nice to know that you can still do stationary things.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one slide. That's it. I just everybody else is looking at time. Y'all was late, so I got time. Okay, now the first question I got when we had orientation here, right, was because I told everybody I don't eat pork. I'm like, what are you doing in Taiwan? But it worked out because I'm like, okay, well, I don't eat pork, but there are other things. So this was just new for me, period. Like this little prima donna, prissy, nitpicky stuff from only child syndrome. Like, don't like to expand the horizon. Came over here to a whole new place. didn't know anything, and just was able to explore. So I'm like, some things might be new, but I mean old to you, but it was new to me. Like I